Extending the legs long, arms overhead. Big stretch of the body. Relaxing to the floor. Go and grab your strap. Keep our left leg down. We're going to extend the right foot up towards the ceiling. Strap to the ball of the right foot, or your peace fingers can grab your big toe. Keeping the backs of the shoulders and hips down. Reaching up through the right heel. Taking equal inhales and exhales. Right foot falls open to the side. Left toe still pointing up, strapped to the right hand. Keep the back of the left shoulder down. Coming back up through center, right leg over to the left a little bit, doesn't have to go far. You want to feel the back of your leg turn on even more. Coming back to center, lift the shoulders, nose to the knee. Pulling the belly button into your spine, pressing into the mat. Slowly lower the shoulders, remove the strap, bending the right knee. Interlace the fingers on top of the right shin as you bring the right knee in close to the body. Flexing both feet, maybe roll around that right ankle or squish your toes. Taking the hands from on top of the shin and moving them underneath, so kind of to the back of your thigh. Keeping the fingers interlaced, just straighten the right leg any amount. It's not going to go all the way straight. Kind of a different little stretch. Again, if you want to roll out the ankles. Release that right leg all the way down to the floor. And switch, sole of the left foot up towards the ceiling, strap to the ball of the left foot, or peace fingers to your big toes. Keeping both legs sort of straight. Relaxing your face. Balls open to the side, strap to the left hand, keep the right toes pointing up. Back of the right shoulder still on the floor. And left leg all the way up through center, over to the right a little. And keep those right toes up. Notice the extra tingle in the back of the left leg. Coming back to center, lift the shoulders, nose to the knee, pulling in the belly. Relax the shoulders down. Lowering the shoulders, releasing the foot, strap to the side, interlacing the fingers on top of the left shin, pulling that left knee as tight to your body as you can. Go out the left ankle if you want. Bringing the hand from on top of the shin, underneath, to underneath your thigh. And pulling that left knee in, gently straighten the left leg any amount. Leg all the way down to the floor. Pulling the soles of both feet up towards the ceiling this time. You can bring the arms to a T. Pressing your low back into the floor. Flexing the feet. Bringing the soles of your feet to touch, reaching the hands up towards your ankles or your shins, or coming into a reclined butterfly. Gently let the feet fall down, the knees will open. Let the shoulders pull down out of your ears. And release the feet, bring the knees into the chest. Rock yourself all the way up to a seat. Turning towards the top of our mat. And extend both legs straight in front of us. Flex on the feet. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching for your toes. Go ahead and cross your ankles, roll forward to your hands and knees into your tabletop position.
Want to rent a car? Go. You know?
I do know. And I think I can help you with that.
Really?
Who's talking?
Sounds like a commercial.
Like, who is talking and what? Okay, never mind. Shoulders over wrists, hips over the knees. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest and the tailbone. And exhale, rounding the back, tucking the chin. Inhale, drop the belly, lifting the chest, press the hands into the floor. And exhale, rounding the back, feel the shoulders come away from the spine. One more time, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest and the tailbone. And exhale, rounding the back, belly pulls in. Coming back to your neutral tabletop position. Go ahead and shift the hips all the way back to your child's pose. Arms reach forward, maybe rock across your shins. Shifting the hips forward into your up dog. Keeping the hands underneath your shoulders. Lifting the hips back up to our tabletop position. We're going to extend the right arm straight out to a T. And thread the right arm underneath, coming down to the back of the right shoulder. Reaching the right fingertips all the way across the mat. Left hand comes in front of the face. Press into the left side of the body, opening up that right arm, right hip into your mini half moon. If you want to leave the right foot down, you can. Keep the shoulders stacked, reaching the hands as far away from each other as you can, squeezing the belly in. And right knee's going to come to the floor. Thread that right arm back underneath the left, coming down to the shoulder. If you would like to come into your flying needle, keep that right knee where it is, leaning into the right side. Gently lift that left leg up any amount. Use that left hand as kind of like your kickstand. Gently lowering that left knee all the way back down, left hand in front of the face. Pressing into the left side, open up that right arm, right hip. One more time, big mini half moon. If you'd like, you can bend the right knee, reach it back for the foot. Releasing that right leg straight back. Bring the right hand all the way to the mat, closing down that right foot, coming into your three-legged tabletop. Squeezing in the belly. Gently lifting that left arm up by the ear if you would like. Keeping the right toes pointing down. Inhaling, elbow to knee underneath, round your back, tuck your chin. And exhale, extending the arm and leg long. This time on your inhale, sweep that left arm back, bend the right knee, reaching back. Maybe you grab the foot, maybe you don't. Stay pressing into that right hand so the chest is nice and lifted. Releasing that right leg back. Left hand's gonna come back to the top of our mat. Bend the right knee, bringing it all the way up to the top of your mat. Keeping both hands inside the right foot. So this right knee is going to be tucked nice and tight into your right shoulder. Keeping the left toes tucked underneath. Inhale, arms up, chest up into your low lunge. Try to relax your hips. Shifting back, straighten that right leg to a half split. Gently point and flex the right foot, keeping the back sort of flat. This time shifting forward again, bringing both hands inside that right foot, shoulder, knee back to the shoulder. Keeping the hands pressed, lifting the chest. Gently bend that left knee. Try to keep the sole of the right foot down on the floor. Sweeping that right arm all the way up and back. Maybe you reach the left foot. Try to keep the chest facing the floor. Releasing that left leg all the way back down to the mat. Right hand inside our right foot. Heel toe that right foot out just a little bit, keeping the toes pointing out. Slowly open up that right knee. Now the sole of the foot will come away from the floor. You can bend the elbows, come to the hands. You can put blocks underneath you if you need. Relax that right hip. Just let it open, float in space for a minute. Come back up to our hands. Go ahead and heel toe that right foot all the way back so the right knee comes under us, back into our tabletop. And inhale, left arm reaches straight out to a T. And thread that left arm underneath the right, coming down to the left shoulder. Full breath. Keep the hips above the knees. Right hand in front of the face, press into the right side of the body, opening up the left arm, left hip, mini half moon. And stack the shoulders, try to stack your left hip above your right. Still reaching out through the top of the head. And left knee comes all the way back down to the mat. Threading the left arm underneath the right again, come down to the shoulder. If you would like, you can lean into the left knee, reaching that right leg up and back, trying to keep that right hip closed. Right knee gently lowers all the way back down to the floor. Press into the right side of the body, open up the left. Back into our mini half moon. Bend the left knee, reaching back for the foot this time if you'd like. Kick that foot away as you pull it in. Releasing that left leg straight back. Go ahead and bring that left hand back to the top of the mat, squaring off the shoulders. Keep that left leg lifted. Go ahead and lift that right arm up, straight up by the ear. And press into that left hand. Inhale, elbow to knee underneath, round your back. And exhale, extending arm and leg long. This time on our inhale, sweep that right arm back, Bend the left knee, maybe reach the foot. And releasing that left leg straight back, right hand to the top of the mat. Bend the left knee, bringing it all the way up and outside, left foot up and outside your left hand. Left shoulder, or left knee into the shoulder. Keeping the right toes tucked, chest nice and lifted. Inhale, arms up, chest up, coming into your low lunge. And letting the hips sink. And straightening the left leg, shift the hips back into a half split. Pointing and flexing the left foot. Shifting forward again, both hands inside our left foot. Bending the right knee, lifting the toes from the floor. Sweep that left arm all the way up and back. Maybe you reach the foot, maybe you don't. Stay pressing into the right hand, keeping the chest up. Left foot's flat on the floor. Slowly releasing that right leg all the way down. Left hand inside the foot again.
$100 off on all new smartphones with Cox Mobile.
This time we're going to heel toe the foot out a little bit. Left toes pointing out. And gently bend the elbows. Let the sole of the left foot come away from the floor. Knee will open. And letting the hips just sink for a moment. Try not to tense too much. Gently coming back up to our hands. Bring that left foot back, left knee all the way back under you into your tabletop position. Keeping our shoulders over our knees. Walk the hands forward, drop the belly, coming into your puppy. Press the hands and the forearms down, turn on the shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, shift the hips all the way up and back into your downward dog. Spread your fingers, toes, pedal the heels. Lifting all the way up through the hips. Maybe turn the hands in a little bit, open up the collarbones. Walking the feet forward to meet your hands, coming into your forward fold. Just letting the top half hang, bend and straighten one knee at a time. Grab opposite elbows. Pressing into the feet, slowly roll yourself all the way up. Head will come up last. Into our sun salutations. Inhale, arms up, big reach. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back. Chaturanga, you can also do this from the knees. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lifting from the hips, come back to your breath. Check in with your body. Hop, step, walk, zombie mat. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Press into the feet, rise up big, inhale. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Settling in, press the hands down, relaxing the face. On our inhale, right leg's gonna lift all the way up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot steps forward to the top of the mat. Inhaling, arms up, chest up into your crescent lunge. You might need your blocks, you might not. Keeping the chest forward, roll the left foot down. Hinging our upper body forward, arms are gonna stay overhead if they can. Shift forward onto that right leg, let the left toes float up. Coming into a variation of warrior three. Again, you can always put blocks at the top of your mat if you need. Inhale, coming all the way up. Left knee's gonna come up and into the chest. Find your balance. Make sure everything on the right side is stacked. Bringing the hands together at heart center. We're gonna cross our left ankle on top of our right knee. Opening up that left knee into our figure four. Slowly bend that right knee, lowering the hips. If you would like, you can hinge forward for the floor. Or you can come all the way down to the toe if you want. Slowly come all the way up. Inhale, arms up. That left knee is going to come up and into the chest. On our exhale, step that left foot back into your crescent. Opening up the arms and the hip to a T, warrior two. Right knee straight ahead, front heel middle of the back foot. Left arm sweeps down, right arm reaching up and back. And right arm's gonna sweep forward either to our knee or the floor or a block. Left arm up and over the ear. Pressing into the outside of the left foot, all the way up through the fingertips. Straightening that right leg, shifting your hip back, opening up the arms into your triangle. Keeping that left hip and shoulder rolled back. Slowly bringing that left hand towards the top of the mat. Pivoting the back foot so that both feet are facing the top of your mat into your pyramid. Inhale for a little half lift to flatten your back. And exhale, fold. Pulling that right hip under you, press the left one forward. Bend the right knee, inhale, arms come all the way up for your crescent. And exhaling, both hands to the floor. Step our right foot back, staying in our plank. You can also do this from the knees. Lean into the left hand, rotating the body. Open up that right arm into your side plank. Again, keep the arms as far away from each other as you can. Squeeze the belly. And right hand comes all the way back to the floor. Switch, lean into the right hand. Pivoting to the left, open up the left arm. Squeeze the belly. And left hand comes all the way back down to the floor. Shift forward for a vinyasa or lift the hips up and back for your downward dog. Take a couple breaths here. If you want to come to child's pose, you can do that instead. Coming back to your center. Back up to our downward dog. On our inhale, left leg lifts up and back. And exhale, left foot's gonna step forward all the way to the top. Inhaling, arms up, crescent lunge. Ball of the right foot still on the floor. Relaxing the shoulders, grounding into that left foot. Shifting forward onto that left leg. Let the right toes float up into your warrior three. Arms overhead if you can. Otherwise, do a block or wherever you feel stable. Right hip is closed. Toes are down, pointing down. Inhale, coming all the way up. Right knee up and into your chest. Finding your balance. Hands are going to come to heart center, right ankle on top of the left knee. Bending the left knee into your figure four. You can hinge forward or to the floor. Slowly coming all the way back up. Inhale, arms up, right knee up and into the chest. And exhale, right foot steps back into your crescent. Opening up right hip, right shoulder into your warrior two. Left hands forward. Shoulders are stacked over your hips, belly squeezed in tight. Right arm sweeps down, left arm reaching up and back. And left arm sweeps forward, knee, floor, or block. Right arm reaching up and over the ear, towards the top of the mat.
Find out why people are giving Naturally Friendly Hello toothpaste 5 stars.
You really gotta try
And
this.
straighten the left leg, shift the hips back, opening up the arms to your triangle. Pull that left hip under, rolling the right one up. And right hand comes all the way to the top of the mat. Pivoting the right foot towards the top into our pyramid. Inhaling for a half lift. And exhale, fold. Pulling the left hip back, right one forward, gluing your inner thighs together. Bend the left knee, inhaling, arms all the way up for your crescent. And exhaling, both hands to the floor. Left foot steps back into your plank. Coming back into our side planks. Lean into the left hand. Reach that right arm up. Squeeze the belly. Relax your face. Remember to breathe. And right hand comes all the way back down to the mat. Pivoting the feet. Lean into the right hand. Reach the left arm up. And bringing that left hand all the way back down to the floor. Shift forward for your vinyasa or lift the hips for your down dog. And bend the knees if you like. Shift the hips back for child's pose. Take a little break before we run through that again a tiny bit faster. Shifting forward back into your normal tabletop. And tuck the toes, lift the knees, coming all the way up to your downward dog. On the inhale, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Inhaling, arms up, crescent lunge. Hinging forward, shifting onto that right foot, left toes float up, warrior three, arms overhead, press into that right foot. Inhale, coming up, left knee up and into the chest. And left ankle to the right knee, hands to heart center. Bend the right knee, open it up into your figure four. Trying to keep the knee over the ankle. Inhale, coming all the way up, left knee up and into the chest. Exhale, left toe step back into your crescent, opening up left arm, left shoulder to your warrior two. Left arm down, right arm up, reverse warrior. And right arm forward, left arm up and over the ear. Extended side angle. Straightening the right leg, shift the hips back, opening up the arms to a T into your triangle. Maybe look up at the left hand. Left hand to the top of the mat, pivoting the feet, both feet facing forward into our pyramid. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Bend the right knee, inhaling, arms up for your crescent, big reach. And exhale, both hands to the floor, right foot back. In our plank, leaning into the left hand, reach that right arm up. And right hand back down to the floor. Pivoting the other side, reach that left arm up, squeeze the belly, right shoulder out of the ear. And left hand back down to the floor. Shift forward for your vinyasa or lift the hips up and back for your downward dog. Take a couple breaths here, one more side, then we'll start to slow it back down. On the inhale, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, left foot steps forward, top of the mat. Rise up for your crescent. Rounding into that left foot. Shifting forward onto that left leg, body parallel to the floor, warrior three. Keep that left knee lifted. Inhale, coming all the way up, right knee up and into the chest. And bend the left knee, right ankle to the top, opening up as you lower the hips into your figure four. And you can hinge forward if you'd like. Come all the way back up, inhale, arms up, right knee up and into the chest. Exhale, right foot steps back into your crescent, opening up into your warrior two. Looking over the left hand. Right arm sweeps down, left arm up and back. And left arm sweeps forward, right arm up and over the ears. Straightening that left leg, shift the hips back, opening up the arms to a T into your triangle. Still rolling that right hip back, maybe look up at the right hand. And right hand's gonna come all the way back to the top of the mat, pivoting the feet, facing the top into your pyramid. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Squeeze those inner thighs. Put a bend in the left knee, inhaling all the way up for your crescent. And exhale, both hands to the floor. Step that left foot back into your plank. Lean into the left side of the body, reach that right arm up, side plank. And right hand comes back down to the mat. Leaning into the right hand, reach that left arm up. And left hand's gonna come all the way back down to the floor. Shift forward for your vinyasa or lift the hips for your down dog. Go ahead and bend the knees, shift your hips back, take a little breather. You can bring the arms behind you if you'd like. Gently lifting the hips back up to our tabletop position. We're going to scoot this right knee forward, swinging the shin, coming into our pigeon. So right shin's forward. If you need to bring the heel closer to the hip, you can. You can also take a block and put it underneath your right side to kind of prop yourself up on. Staying upright for just a moment. Trying to keep the shoulders above your hips. Both hands to the top of the mat. Gently bend that left knee. Notice where your hips try and move you. If you would like to try and reach one arm back or two for the foot to come into your heavenly body, you can. Otherwise, the bent knee is just fine. Releasing that left leg all the way to the floor. Inhale up tall. And exhale, fold forward, letting that right hip relax. Unclench the toes and the jaw. Always coming back to the breath. Staying in the present moment, not letting the mind wander. Coming back up to our hands. We're going to tuck this left toes underneath. Lift the hips enough to bring that right knee out to the side. Lowering all the way back down into your half frog. Arms can be at a T, or you can make a little pillow. Focusing on letting the inside of that right thigh just melt to the floor.
Panera's You Pick Two means
Slide that right knee down to meet your left. We're going to bring the right arm straight out to a T. The left hand under your left shoulder. Bend the left knee so the sole of the foot's towards the ceiling. Rolling over onto the right side, getting the front of the shoulder. We got the back earlier with our thread the needles. Stretching out the front. Rolling back to center. We're going to bring the hands underneath our shoulders. Elbows are going to be pointed back. Keeping the tops of the feet on the floor. Press into the hands, lifting the chest, coming into your baby cobra. Keeping the hands under you. Squeezing the shoulder blades back. Maybe try lifting the hands away from the floor just a bit. Keep the tops of the feet pressed down. And slowly release all the way to the mat. Hands under the shoulders, lifting the hips, coming back up to our tabletop. This time we're just going to scoot our left knee forward, coming into our other side pigeon. Block or blanket can go underneath your left hip if you need. Find a spot that you feel some tingle, but it's not too bad. Sitting up tall, hands to the top of the mat. Bending the right knee. If you like, reach one or two hands back for your foot into your heavenly body. Releasing that right foot all the way to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, let it go. Fold forward into your sleeping pigeon. Same thing on this side. Full breath. Relaxing the toes, the face. Breathing into and out of anywhere that's tight. To our hands. Tuck the right toes underneath. Lift the hips. Left knee comes out to the side into your half frog. Inside of the left leg melts this time. Left arm's going to come out to a T. Right hand under the right shoulder. Bend the right knee, rolling over to the left side of the body. Need a little more, you can bend the arm, or a little less, just walk it down or don't roll back so far. To our belly. This time we're going to bring the arms overhead. You can leave them on the floor for now. Just a long stretch on the belly. On the inhale, lifting the arms away from the floor and the feet, coming into your locust. We're going to do basically jumping jacks. So on the next inhale, we're going to bring the arms out to a T, spread the feet wide. Again, trying to balance on the belly. And arms overhead, legs long, big reach, keeping the feet lifted, squeeze your low back. And arms to a T, feet come wide. And arms overhead, legs long. One more time, arms to a T, feet wide. Trying to keep your chest lifted. And arms overhead, legs long. Gently let it go, relax it all the way down to the floor. Hands under your shoulders, press yourself up to your tabletop, and walk the knees forward, come into a seat. Go ahead and turn towards the side of your mat into your straddle. Inhaling, arms up, and exhale, fold right down the middle. Keep the toes pointing up. Gently making our way up. We're going to bring this, the sole of the left foot to the floor. It can be wide, it can be as wide as you need it to be. The closer you get it, the better. We're going to take our right hand, grabbing our right ankle, and if this doesn't work, you can always just lay the leg flat. So right hand to the left ankle, calf, anywhere around here. Inhale that left arm up, and exhale, hinging over towards your right leg. Reaching for the toes. Inhaling all the way back up to center. We'll extend the left leg out, sole of the right foot to the floor. Left hand can grab this left ankle, shin. Again, you can always bring the leg flat. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, hinging over to the left, reaching for the toes. Keeping that right shoulder rotated up no matter where the leg is. Back up to center. Go ahead and let that right leg come all the way back out to your straddle. Arms reach up. And exhale, hinge forward, right back down the middle. Keep the toes pointing up, pelvis roll forward. And making our way all the way back up. Bring the feet together, turn it back towards the top of your mat, and make your way all the way down to your back. Keep your block close. Bringing the soles of the feet to the floor about mat distance. Arms can come to a T. Let both knees fall over to the right. Couple windshield wipers of the knees. Imagine that inside of the left knee coming all the way to the floor. It's not going to, but imagine it does. And knees up through center, over to the left. Same thing on this side, inside of that right knees, pressing down. Back up through center one more time each side. Knees over to the right. And up through center, knees over to the left. Both knees back to center. Soles of the feet on the floor, hip distance this time. Arms can be at a T or to your sides. Press into the feet, lift the hips up into your bridge. Knees and ankles parallel, relaxing the neck and the face. Squeezing the glutes. Leaning into our right foot, we're going to lift the sole of the left foot up towards the ceiling. Trying to keep the hips lifted as high as you can. Slowly lowering the hips. Keep that left foot straight up towards the ceiling. Pressing into the right foot. Lift the hips back up into your three-legged bridge. Squeeze that belly in. Relax your face. And gently bend that left knee, sole of the foot to the floor. Leaning into the left side, right foot up towards the ceiling, keeping the hips lifted. And slowly lowering the back all the way to the floor. Keep the right leg extended up. Pressing into the left foot, lift the hips back up, three-legged bridge.
The tabloids, they've all been in your personal business. But the people do want to
And
know.
bend the right knee, bringing the sole of the foot all the way back down to the floor. Lowering the back all the way down, pull the knees into the chest, let it go. Rock a little side to side. Bringing the soles of the feet back down to the floor, hip distance. Grab your block. Actually, go ahead and extend the legs all the way straight out. Arms are going to be overhead, holding our block in our hands. Pulling your belly button into your spine, pressing it down into the floor. Gently lift the shoulders, the arms, and the feet, coming into your hollow body. So arms overhead, squeezing the belly. Keep that low back down. So lift the feet and the arms as much as you need to keep your low back down. Gently bringing hands to feet to meet up in the middle. Transfer the block to the from hands to the feet. And slowly lowering back down into your hollow body. Low back on the floor, lifting the feet, reaching back up to center, block to the hands. Slowly lowering, legs and arms, hollow body. And coming back up to center, block to the feet. And gently lowering all the way down, keep it lifted. Inhaling back up to center, block to the hands, one more. Slowly lowering, hollow body, squeezing that belly. Inhaling back up to center, block to the feet. And lowering, hollow body. Coming back up to center, last one, block to the hands. Lowering all the way back into our hollow body. Hold it there for a second. And let it go, relaxing to the floor. Again, you can bring the knees into the chest, take a little side to side. Now bringing the soles of the feet hip distance. We're going to press into the feet, lift our hips enough to come up to our bridge. Slide the block low or medium height underneath your hips. Opening up the chest to start, bringing the tops of the arms underneath you. Hands can be down by the sides. Gently lifting one leg at a time up towards the ceiling. Just giving our legs a little reverse blood flow. much of your body as you can. Let the legs just hang out on their own. Gently bending the knees one leg at a time, bringing the feet all the way back down to the floor. This time we're going to walk the feet out, straightening the legs. You can bring the arms overhead if you would like to get more of a stretch. Try keeping the toes straight and then letting the feet fall open. Notice how that changes anything in your your hip flexors. Walking the feet back in. Lift the hips just enough to remove your block, coming all the way back down. Extending soles of the feet towards the ceiling, peace fingers to your big toes. If you want to use a strap instead of your hands, you can. Backs of the shoulders, hips flat. Again, reaching up through the heels. Notice how that makes a big difference. Release the toes, bend the knees, hands come to the outsides of the feet for your happy baby. Heels over the knees, maybe a gentle tug on the sole of the foot. Back is flat. Full breath. Release the feet, knees come into the chest, little rock side to side. Extending legs long, arms overhead, big stretch of your body. And releasing to the floor, knees into the chest. Taking a little rock side to side. Arms are going to come out to a T. Left knee stays in, right leg all the way to the floor. Roll over onto that right hip, let the left leg come across into a big twist. Keeping that left shoulder heavy. Full breath. Rolling back to center, knees into the chest. And we'll switch right knee in, left leg to the floor. Rolling over onto the left leg, right leg comes across. Other side twist, keeping the right shoulder down this time. Keeping your belly pulled in. Coming back to center, knees into the chest. Take any extra moves that you might need or want before our Shavasana. If you need another